You're pulling your perfectly seasoned Thanksgiving turkey out of the oven when the aluminum foil tears down the middle, spilling scalding drippings across your oven door and onto the floor. Or maybe you're wrapping leftovers and the foil rips the second you try to fold it over the container. These aren't rare disasters. They're the reality of buying the wrong aluminum foil. While you've been grabbing whatever's cheapest or closest on the shelf, manufacturers have been racing to the bottom, shaving microns off their foil to boost profit margins. Americans spend over $300 million annually on aluminum foil, and most of it performs like glorified tissue paper. So let's talk about the 8 aluminum foil brands that range from absolute disasters to the ones that actually do what the box promises, because life's too short to rewrap your leftovers 3 times. Smash that subscribe button because we're about to save you from some seriously disappointing foil and a whole lot of wasted money. Number 8, Dollar Tree aluminum foil. Dollar Tree's aluminum foil launched as part of their Everything for $1.25 strategy, which tells you everything you need to know about the quality compromises involved. When testers ranked 6 major brands, this landed dead last. What you get is noticeably thinner than every competitor at around 0.001 inches thick in 20 to 25 square foot rolls. The texture feels like aluminum paper, flimsy and tears with the slightest provocation. It won't stay put in baking pans. And get this, it rips when you try to remove food with tongs. The box itself starts falling apart when you open it. Parade magazine ranked it 6th out of 6 brands tested. Reddit users deliver their verdict, gosh no, it's awful and flimsy. It's priced at $1.25 per roll, but you'll use triple the amount because it tears constantly. Dollar Tree's business model demands rock bottom costs. They're targeting customers who have no other options, banking on desperation shopping. Bottom line, you're paying $1.25 and getting exactly that much value. This is aluminum foil cosplaying as tissue paper. But if you think that's disappointing, our next brand proves that even eco-consciousness can't save terrible foil. Number 7, If You Care 100% recycled aluminum foil. Launched by Italian specialty brand If You Care, this product promises to save 95% of the energy required to produce virgin aluminum. The environmental credentials are impeccable. The actual foil performance is a kitchen disaster. What you get is 10-meter rolls of recycled aluminum that's visibly thinner than conventional foil. The texture is flimsy and prone to tearing. Multiple testers reported it ripped immediately when pulling from the roll. This is essentially single-use foil that can't be reused. Tasting Table ranked it 5th out of 7 brands. Customer reviews consistently mention very thin and tears almost every time. But here's where it gets tricky. It's priced at approximately 6 cents per square foot. You're paying Reynolds level pricing for Dollar Tree level performance. If You Care targets consumers willing to sacrifice functionality for sustainability, banking on eco-guilt to override practical concerns. This is what happens when your environmental conscience writes checks your aluminum foil can't cash. At least If You Care has an ideological excuse. Our next brand has no such defense. Number 6, Great Value aluminum foil from Walmart. Walmart's Great Value aluminum foil embodies the core problem with the everything must be cheaper philosophy. Wildly inconsistent quality that turns foil shopping into a lottery. What you get is variable thickness depending on which contract manufacturer produced your roll. The texture is inconsistent. Some customers report surprisingly thick foil while others get flimsy sheets. Performance depends entirely on manufacturing batch. The real kicker is the consistency problem. Consumer reports flag Great Value for inconsistent thickness. Customer reviews swing wildly. Some say very surprised by how thick this is, while others note it tears unpredictably. Different batches perform like completely different products. Walmart's purchasing model involves contracts with multiple manufacturers, creating inconsistency. They're gambling that customers won't connect failures to the Great Value brand. Great Value aluminum foil is the lottery ticket of kitchen products. When saving 50 cents requires gambling on whether your foil will survive, you're not actually saving money. But budget store brands don't have to be gambles. Our next contender proves generic can mean decent. Number 5, Giant store brand aluminum foil. Giant Food Store's private label represents the middle-of-the-road approach. Nothing spectacular, nothing disastrous, just adequate enough to justify the $2 savings. It's the aluminum foil equivalent of a base model sedan. What you get is mid-range thickness and 75 square foot rolls. The texture provides adequate structural integrity. Performance didn't reveal leaking during testing, but the foil moved when removing pans from oven, nearly spilling grease. Parade magazine ranked it 3rd out of 6 brands, solidly middle of the pack. No tearing or leaking occurred, but testers noted struggles with clean tearing from the roll. It's priced around $250 to $350. Giant competes on shelf placement and modest savings. They're targeting budget-conscious shoppers who want functional products but aren't willing to risk Dollar Tree disasters. It works. That's genuinely the most enthusiastic thing you can say about giant aluminum foil. If this is already saving you from wasted money and kitchen disasters, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's next. Number 4, Nature's Promise aluminum foil. Nature's Promise, the private label from Stop & Shop, positions itself as a natural alternative for health-conscious shoppers. In independent testing, it landed 2nd place, just behind the industry leader, which should make every major brand nervous. What you get is mid-range thickness at 0.015 millimeters. Performance showed no leaks or tears during high heat baking, minimal sticking, and it stayed in place on pans throughout cooking. What makes this particularly impressive is the testing. Parade magazine ranked it 2nd, trailing only Reynolds and beating Amazon Basics and name brands. Testing showed no leaks or tears when baking, even with heavy grease. It's priced around $3 to $4. Store brand pricing with near premium performance. Nature's Promise leverages Stop & Shop's better for you marketing. The strategy works because it delivers genuine performance that validates the modest price premium. Nature's Promise is the sleeper hit nobody talks about, a regional store brand that outperforms national brands most people blindly trust. Regional success is impressive, but can a tech giant's algorithm compete with traditional manufacturers? Number 3, Amazon Basics aluminum foil. Amazon Basics launched using customer data to identify where name brands were overcharging. Their aluminum foil entered with a simple proposition: comparable quality to Reynolds at lower prices, delivered in 2 days. In independent testing, it landed 3rd place with a confident recommendation. What you get is comparable to standard gauge at 0.015 to 0.016 millimeters thick. The texture is slightly thinner than Reynolds, but still substantial. Performance delivers adequate heat resistance with minimal sticking, though it shows creasing more readily than premium brands. Tasting Table ranked it 3rd out of 7 brands, stating, "I feel confident recommending this foil." It's priced around $4 to $4.50, competitive with Reynolds while undercutting by about $1. Amazon leverages massive infrastructure and bulk purchasing to undercut traditional brands while maintaining acceptable quality. They're targeting Prime members who value convenience and data-driven purchasing. Amazon Basics is the overachiever of the private label world. It delivers performance that justifies confident recommendations without demanding brand name loyalty. And if you're finding this ranking useful, hit the like button. It really helps the channel cut through the noise. Number 2, 365 by Whole Foods Market aluminum foil. Whole Foods launched their 365 Everyday Value line to combat the whole paycheck reputation. Their aluminum foil entered positioning as premium quality at accessible pricing. Customer reviews consistently highlight excellent quality and seriously good performance. What you get is standard gauge thickness at 0.016 millimeters, made in USA. The texture is durable, without being stiff, flexible enough to mold smoothly. Performance is sturdy enough to handle heavy foods without tearing and provides reliable heat resistance. Customer reviews emphasize excellent quality, durable enough to handle heavy foods without tearing. It's praised for being flexible while maintaining structural integrity. It's especially handy for protecting pie crusts from burning. It's priced at $4 to $5, more expensive per square foot but justified by performance. Whole Foods targets health-conscious consumers who want quality without compromising values. The 365 brand leverages Whole Foods' sales reputation, creating trust across product categories. 365 by Whole Foods proves that premium store brands can deliver when the parent company's reputation depends on quality. Number 1, Reynolds Wrap Standard Aluminum Foil. Reynolds Wrap pioneered the household aluminum foil market after World War II, turning industrial material into an American kitchen staple over 75 years. This is the brand your grandmother swore by, and extensive independent testing proves she was right. What you get is 0.016 millimeter thickness, made in USA with virgin aluminum. The texture provides a sturdy feel without being rigid. It tears cleanly every single time and folds multiple times without splitting. Performance is heat resistant up to 400 degrees, doesn't stick to food, and can be reused multiple times. Here's what the testing shows. Ranked number 1 by both Parade Magazine and Tasting Table, the only brand to sweep top rankings. Test results called it the sturdiest and thickest among all major brands. The box design is the best in the industry with a metal cutter that never dulls. It's priced at $489 for 75 square feet, 6.5 cents per square foot. That's higher than store brands, but reusability and reliability eliminate cost per use concerns. You use less foil per task because it doesn't tear. Reynolds survives on 75 plus years of brand recognition built on consistent quality delivery. They've never raced to the bottom. They charge more because they deliver more. Reynolds Wrap is the gold standard that actually delivers. You're paying 6.5 cents per square foot for foil that won't fail, won't waste your food, and won't force you to rewrap leftovers 3 times. After testing 8 aluminum foil brands, the pattern is clear. Price and performance don't correlate the way you'd expect. Dollar Tree performs as terribly as you'd fear. While Nature's Promise and Amazon Basics prove smart, store brands can outperform legacy names at lower prices. Here's the recap. Dollar Tree and If You Care occupy the bottom, one because it's cheap garbage, the other because eco-credentials can't save flimsy foil. Great Value, Giant, and Nature's Promise offer functional middle ground. Amazon Basics and 365 by Whole Foods deliver confident performance at competitive pricing. But Reynolds Wrap remains undefeated. 75 years of not cutting corners means you're buying reliability, not just foil. The final wisdom: trust independent testing and your own experience. Sometimes the premium brand earns the premium. Sometimes the store brand is the smarter buy. Hit subscribe if this changed how you'll buy aluminum foil, and drop a comment telling us which ranking you think we got wrong.